There's a screen right there. Okay, let me wipe this camera off. So we have a little composition doll we've been working on for the past 2 days. This was not a planned thing, um, but sometimes things happen and it's okay. So we have just wanted to show you this, our damaged shipping box from UPS. That's what came to my front door, and she wasn't packaged in bubble wrap. She was packaged in wax paper, which, as you know, wax paper does not provide protection. You need to wrap your antique dolls in bubble wrap. It's very, very important. So we're just going to show you some things that we've been doing. I've been working on her like after work every day for the past like 2 days, just doing little by little. And oh, cool, you guys just got a notification. So I've been working on her for the past like 2 days, and let's see, there's my little composition doll down here. I'm gonna show you some things that I tried. So if you've seen the pictures, I gave you guys full descriptions in the community tab. So when you finish watching this video, whatever, you can go to the community tab to see the photos of her, because I did a little progression photos as I was doing it. You'll see like little progress photos. I've been working on this thing for the past 2 days after work. So I just wanted to show you some things that I've been doing with her, because I've never actually fixed one of these dolls before. So this is my first time. Did you buy her broken as a project or fix or did? I didn't buy her broken, Simon. She was supposed to be a whole doll, but UPS delivered her damaged, because it's the seller and UPS's fault, because the seller wrapped her in wax paper, basically, didn't bubble wrap her. And UPS, I mean, look, they put a fragile sticker, but like, do you see how obliterated this box is? When it came to my front porch, I was very, very shocked. So, but I mean, UPS is, not known for taking, great care in their packaging. So always bubble wrap your antique dolls. This is not a planned thing that I planned on doing, but I think I kind of got an idea because I watch a lot of antique doll restoration videos and things like that. So I wanted to try some different things with her, like restoration and things like that. So you've seen the broken foot in the community tab, if you don't know. So you could check out the before pictures in my community tab. So you'll see her broken feet and everything like that. So what I tried first was I tried super glue. Okay, I tried to like super glue her little foot together. Okay, I'm gonna explain what all of this is, but I tried to use super glue. I super glued around the edges, just as generic super glue, just a regular one that you buy. It's like $1 at the store. And I tried to super glue it on both sides, and I held it for a minute. And it's kind of like a paper mache type material, so it didn't really take. But like it was a happy accident, because I don't know how to explain it, but and then I bought this stuff called Gorilla Glue, which is a clear Gorilla Glue pen. This is not super glue. This is just a smaller version of Gorilla Glue. This is just regular Gorilla Glue. So then I put the Gorilla Glue, and then on top of that, like immediately, I put the super glue right on top of the Gorilla Glue, okay? And then it made a paste, and then I stuck it on there and it bonded. I was like, yes, okay? And I made sure I let it dry completely overnight, because this Gorilla Glue takes 2 hours to settle. So I mixed it with the super glue. So Gorilla Glue, so you do super glue, Gorilla Glue, and then you go over it with super glue again, and then it makes like a sticky paste. And what I found out was that the purpose of the super glue to begin with is to stop the glue from absorbing into the composition, because the glue is literally, you put this on there and the composition just absorbs it. And it's like, and it defeats the purpose of putting glue on it if the doll is just going to absorb it. So put super glue, and then go over it with Gorilla Glue, and then go over it with super glue again. Then you'll get like a sticky paste, and then kind of hold it for a second or two, and it'll bond immediately. And this Gorilla Glue will take over after the this kind of cheapy glue kind of doesn't work too well. But yeah, so that's what I did on fixing her joints. Okay. And I did that with her hip joint too. I also I super glued around her edges, So this was in two pieces, the hip and the in this piece right here, this middle piece. This is still kind of drying somewhat, but you see in my community tab photos, this was a whole. This piece came with the doll, so I'm grateful that it at least came with the doll. So it fit together like a puzzle, so it's kind of was pretty easy to do. So I super glued all around the edges, and then I super glued the actual piece. I let it dry overnight, and then I went to the next morning. This was all hard from the super glue, and then I went over it with I think Gorilla Glue, and then I went over it immediately with super glue, just like I did with the last one, and I stuck it on there and I held it for a few minutes, like 1 or 2 minutes, and it bonded. I was very, very surprised because I think what really did help is having the super glue on there to begin with, coated to where the doll didn't absorb the glue right away. So that was really, really cool, right? I think she's awesome, and I'm happy that I figured this out. I never restored anything like this before, so this is a learning process, but I know you're supposed to put some type of filler in here, which is what this is. This is like a filler. I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like Milliput. Like I've seen people use Milliput, and I'm not really familiar with that. And I'm like, well, we need to find out alternative to Milliput that we can do that it's not really too expensive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm using this as a filler because she does have a crack. You can't really see it anymore, but she did have a crack right here where the glue like joined together, and they have this hard cast now right here. You could see they have a hard cast because she had a split all the way around. This stuff is really awesome. I'm very, very surprised. It's a two-thing component thing. Let's see. It's called JB Weld, and it says wood. And I figured that this would work because I know she's made out of composition is made out of wood and like sawdust glue kind of situation. I know they got some type of wood that's in composition in the inside. So I figured that this would work. So I bought this stuff called JB Weld wood. And it's a wood repair kit. Like it's a paste. It's a literal like a tube of Play-Doh almost, okay? So it says all the stuff that it works for, and it's called JB Weld. You can get this from your local hardware store, wherever you go. Yeah, just look for the wood one for the composition dolls, especially. And you'll get like a little tube like this, and there's the paste in here. It's really, really awesome. You do need to wear gloves because this is a chemical, and the chemical has a reaction. So when you mix the white and the tan part, you'll get like a clear this color paste, and you just kind of mix it. You cut it like cookies, and then you mix it, which is kind of difficult. You kind of have to you work with it. It's fine. It's kneadable. So, and this is what it comes in, just a little bitty tube. And I kneaded it with my hands, and I sat there. It's very, very sticky, so that's a good thing that it is. And I just literally sat there and tapped it with my finger. I didn't do anything fancy. I just did what I thought was what I was supposed to do. So I mean, I'm just saying. So this stuff is sandable. So we're gonna have to take some type of it says let's see, 15 to 25 minutes set time, cured in 1 hour. So after 1 hour, you should be able to sand it down. So that's really awesome. Can it be painted? Can be sanded, drilled, or tapped, or taped. I think that's what it says. So fast and easy wood repair, won't shrink or rot. So that's a really good thing to know. Like, so after an hour, you should be able to sand this down. You just have to wait for it to completely harden, and then go in with the sand thing, and sand it down. That way, it's nice and smooth. And the purpose of doing this is just filling in the crack that was there, that was once there. So I took some. So I'm gonna have to take some sandpaper and sand all of this down, get it nice and smooth, and hopefully it will fill in the cracks. I think it should, but I just pushed it in with my finger. I just really wanna let it dry and see what happens. Hopefully it'll do its job and fill in the cracks that is this doll. But the super glue with the Gorilla Glue really did work wonders on her. Like it was a hard cast even before I put the the JB Weld stuff on her. So I did this. I literally when I mixed it. I literally took it and rolled it in my hands with a long strip thing, and I sat there and I just put my finger and just tapped it all the way around. So that's how you get this. You just kind of like tap 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 all the way around. It's hard to do, but in the end, she's gonna be worth it, I think. So she's coming along good, you guys. I think she's gonna be beautiful when she's finished, you guys. I'm gonna get her a pair of Mary Janes because she's got a really cute red dress. I'm gonna have to show you that in a few minutes, but she's coming out good. Um, Now the good thing about her is that does not have a wig. She has rooted hair. This is the first composition doll with rooted hair. I don't know if you guys can be able to see this, but I mean her hair is rooted, so that's pretty awesome, right? It's rooted in her skull. This is what you call it? What's her name? I forgot. Her name is Monica, and she is a 21-inch doll. Her name is Monica, and Monica was the very first doll to have rooted hair ever. Um, and this was like she was made in the 1940s. And this was the very first doll to have rooted hair, which is pretty awesome, I think, in my opinion. Um, I did a lot of stuff to her. I did some experimentation on her. This is not something that I would recommend you do, but I mean, YOLO, you know what I'm saying? So what I did, her hair was pinned up in a little French twist thing. And I thought about it and I'm thinking, why is her hair so like it's all pulled up? You see how soft it is now, right? It's nice and soft and you can do things to it now. When I first got her, her hair was up like this, but it was in like a twisty thing kind of situation, which I don't know how I'm gonna do her hair yet, but that's how they had it. And I washed her hair. I know you're not supposed to put composition dolls in the water, but for some reason, this doll's head is heavy, heavy compared to her body. I don't know if it's a different type of stuff, but her compared to her body and her head, she's definitely a harder thing situation happening up here. Whatever they put, I don't know what the deal is with this doll, but she's got a way harder head than she does her body. Her body's just regular composition. She looks like she needs the doll hospital. I'm the doll hospital right now, Stefan. Definitely. So she's gonna come along good. I think she's gonna be good. I know how to restring like her strings and everything are just fine. This is replacement string in the inside. I could see like it's a newer cord right here. You can see it's just a new cord. So once I put her legs back on, she'll be good to go. And as you can see, she's coming along good. All I got to do now is just sand this down, like sand it down and paint this section, and then sand it down, then paint this section right here. So she's coming along good. You've seen it in my community tab post, which she looked like before. Super glue and Gorilla Glue combined sealed her joints together. Okay, and I was able to put things back on that I never would thought would have went back on. She's some type of wood or paper mache. It's composition, but she's different. I don't know how to explain it, but she's just different. So, and she does have rooted hair. This is very rare for a composition doll to have rooted hair, but she does. This is a 1940s doll, and she has 100% human hair that is rooted into the composition. I know it's weird, but that's what they decided to do. Now, I don't recommend you do this, but this is what I did personally. I wanted to do a little bit of experimentation. As you can see, her hair is nice and straight and soft and everything like that, but I did wash it and condition it. And I know you're not supposed to do that with composition, but I did it because she's some type of paper mache or whatever, but I had to wash it because it was so funky and so dirty. And I shampooed it, but I like put it, I like got water and then I like put the shampoo in the water and I did like that with my hands just to get it kind of sudsy. And then I added Dawn on top of that and then kind of just like dipped her head in there. Do you ever get scared of a doll? No, I don't. Definitely not. So I put the Dawn and the shampoo and I kind of zhuzhed it with my fingers and I dipped her head in there. I didn't vigorously scrub, I just dipped it. And the funk that came out of her hair was disgusting. The water was black and the water was brown. It was like this doll's hair has a lot of funk in it. I mean, it did at one time. It was so like I could tell it had something in it, like a buildup of something, but it had a lot of dirt and a lot of sand and just it had a lot of funk in it. But she will be pretty glamorous when I'm finished with her. This is human hair that's rooted into her skull, which is kind of rare because this is a 1940s doll. So this is human hair, so I will be able to curl it or do whatever I want to once she's restrung and everything. I just got to sand her down and repaint her in that area, just that area, because I want her to still look like an antique doll. I don't want her to still look brand new, but as far as where I repaired her, I just want to sand that area down and just get her nice and painted, and hopefully this putty stuff will fill in this crack. And this is the brand right here. It's wood, okay? It's called JB Weld, and it's called Kawak. I don't know. It's just look for the JB Weld and just look for the wood. So notice it's some type of wood, some type of paper mache. I don't know what the situation is, but composition dolls are sawdust and glue, so that's wood. So I figured it would work, and it somewhat works. We're gonna see what happens. I'm just worried after I sand it down, like the cracks are not gonna be sealed. That's what I'm worried about, but we're gonna see, because I'm looking at it from the inside, and it looks like it's gonna work, I think. So, and again, I did seal this off with super glue. So before I even put the JB Weld in it, so the JB Weld's purpose is just to fill in the cracks, not to seal the doll together, and that's why I put this stuff on her. So just saying. So the super glue seems to like it did its job pretty well. I'm gonna let the super glue dry overnight and super glue with Gorilla Glue, and it's gonna give a nice hard cast by tomorrow. I took a chance and I put some JB Weld on there while it was still drying. I don't think it's gonna affect nothing because it was mostly dry. I gave it like 2 hours before I put the JB Weld on there, just saying. And I think she's gonna come out nice. I hope she does. This is an early 1940s doll. You know, you got to really take care of these types of dolls and just make them look their best, you know. This is her dress, too. Let me show you her dress. So cute. This is the dress that she came in. So, really red dress. I mean, it's red. Yes, I know. It was so old that it was pinned on her. There's no buttons. There's nothing. It looks like it was just sewn by somebody, maybe. And it never had buttons on it. You see, there's no holes for any buttons, so it couldn't have had buttons on them. I think this was a Monica doll dress, but I'm not sure. They don't have no tags, no nothing in it. So this looks like maybe a homemade dress. It could be. It's got red dots all over it. So, and what I want to do is get her a pair of cute ruffle socks and a pair of black Mary Janes. And I feel like that's gonna make her look so nice. So if I get her a cute little pair of little ruffles, Mary Jane socks, some black shoes, some black Mary Jane, some yeah, it is a really cute dress. I think it's homemade because there's no tags in it and there's no buttons, and it was pinned on her basically. So you could see like there's literally no holes for anything. So black Mary Jane, some ruffle socks, and we're gonna curl her hair a little bit, just flip it out of her face. Maybe we'll get her cute little matching red bow. This is her bloomers. Oh, this is her underskirt. Yeah, this is her underskirt right here. This is also has no buttons on it. There's nothing. So this went under her skirt. The rust is from the pins that were holding her dress on, basically. So this is her underskirt right here. And her bloomers are really cute. They're just, I don't know, I don't think they're her original bloomers. I think they were made because they look like the same thing. I don't know. So this is a really, really cute doll. She's just got a lot of issues, you know? I don't see no tags, no nothing. So I'm assuming that it's homemade, but you really don't know. So she's 1940s, really cute. You could tell by the dress though she's 40s. Look, it's like that hello, ink pad, plate pad. How are you doing? So she's very 1940s. This is a very 1940s silhouette. Like it's all gathered right here. It's really pretty. I just wish they would have never pinned it on her and gave her actual buttons. But you know, there's literally nothing here. You could tell it's kind of, I don't know. It's just different, you guys. But if you guys want to donate to this channel, it is an option. You can leave a tip down below, like a thanks. It's a little heart, about a like and dislike. You scroll to the side, you should say give thanks. You can donate money to this channel if you choose to. Okay. So I didn't pay that much for her, but at the same time, she was supposed to be whole when she arrived, but unfortunately, UPS got a hold of her, and you know how that is. And on top of that, the seller didn't actually bubble wrap her. She wrapped her in like wax paper, basically. So I mean, like, yeah. So she was damaged, unfortunately, but she'll be fixed and she'll be great when she's all finished, I think. And this lady literally, look at this tag. She left the original tag that she paid $225. Yeah, it is really shameful. So this lady originally paid $225. This looks like an antique doll thing. Did you let the seller know about the damage? Yes, I did. I did contact her, and she wanted the shipping label or whatever. I guess for receipt purposes, she wanted the shipping label. So I took a picture of that and sent it to her. I guess they got some kind of barcode thing that she can scan with her phone or whatever. And she was very shocked at the damage. I mean, regardless whether I paid cheap or expensive, you know what I'm saying? And like that is like that is crushed. And that UPS is like bam, bam, bam. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the tip. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, it cost me a little bit to repair this doll. It wasn't no cheap repair, definitely not. So I was buying stuff left and right. So I have 2 bottles of this. I have a whole pack of this from Amazon that I had left over. This was $6 or $7 per bottle. Okay, this stuff right here is like $7 at Lowe's. So it's kind of expensive, but it's seems to be working, you know. So we're gonna see what's going to happen. I appreciate that tip, man. I really do, or lady. Thank you very much for the tip. See, because I didn't know how much I was gonna need. So I was like, and then look at this, you guys. I bought one. I bought. Well, what did I buy? I wanted to show you this. Oh, I bought one of these and they were empty and it was still new in the pack. So I got to return that tomorrow. So that's fun. But this is just regular store-bought Gorilla Glue. You could see this cures within 2 hours. So they say glue it and they want you to clamp it, but it kind of works without clamping. No foam, crystal clear, water resistant, indoor, outdoor. So after 2 hours, you guys, you'll be good to go. Okay. I appreciate that tip. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. So I bought some house numbers. Look, look, here's another one. Bam, bam, bam. I got 3 of these things because I didn't know how much glue was in here. I thought this was super glue when I was buying it, to be honest. But so when you do it, if you plan on doing repairs, I'm telling you this works. Take super glue the parts that are broken both sides, okay? Let the super glue dry. Do not clamp it together. It's not going to work. I tried it already and it doesn't work because the doll just absorbs the super glue and then it smokes. So that's something that happened too. So when I was putting this on here, I put super glue around it on both sides and the doll started to smoke. I guess it was a chemical reaction. I don't know if it was dust or whatever, but she smoked. I don't know why. I should have caught it on camera. It was kind of weird. I thought something was on fire, but I think it was some type of chemical reaction. So I tried to seal it together with super glue. This does not work. So super glue it first to prevent the glue from going inside the doll. The doll will absorb whatever you put on there, so make sure you super glue it first, okay? Then you go in with this and you glue it on both sides, okay? 1, 2, and then you go back in with the super glue and then you hit it with super glue again and then you'll get like this paste. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it was crazy. It's gonna make like a sticky paste. That's when you know you got the right consistency and you bond it together. I'm telling you, it's gonna work wonders. And it's a lot cheaper than buying all of these special composition doll fixing supplies from Etsy or eBay, whatever. This is a generic super glue, Gorilla Glue, $5 or $6 at Lowe's, non-expensive at all. You only need 1 bottle, and you only gonna need 1 tube of this. This was like a little small sliver to repair this, so it's not going to take a lot to do this. I gotta get some sandpaper. I'll probably get it from my job, but I need some sandpaper to sandpaper all of this, down really smooth. And I need to do a color match too, which would be something. So I don't know. I know that there's a way that Lowe's can actually color match things. So if like you take a picture of her flesh tone, Lowe's should be able to mix that color or make that color. If I get like a little bitty small pint, you know, it's not going to cost that much, like $1 or $2 or $3 or even $5, just for a little bitty pint to color match. Because all my composition dolls are this color, literally. But yeah, I have to sand this down, and this is just to fill it in the cracks. This is not to bond her together. I mean, hopefully it will work, you know. The good thing is, though, that the string is newish. So the string is obviously brand new. You can see how nice and tight it is. There's a string on the inside, and it's held together with a metal thing. So there's her repair right there. But it's held together with a little metal thing. So she was kind of expensive to do, but I think she'll be well worth it. And there's her creepy face, her body that's coming apart, and there's her head. Yes, we have a head. There's her head. Isn't that creepy? Okay. I don't know if this was original or what, but there's her head. This is very old-timey. I don't know if they still do stuff like this, but so this is what they use. This is the hook right here. And the hook is attached in the inside. You can see that. That's where you connect the head at. And this connects inside of the head. So it's a big old, it's going to be a process getting everything back on. So, yeah. So it's really strange. This is the inside of her head. I've always wanted to check this out, but now we get to. There's the inside of her head. She is rooted, but some kind of way that they sealed the hair in with the composition. The composition actually holds the head. It's a really, like, it's like industrial, like this head feels like concrete, literally, okay? There's her pretty face. It's all crackly and old. We're gonna keep this just like this, okay? She was, I'm imagining you guys, even for the 40s, she was made to be shampooed, and that's the reason why she's completely different from a regular, like she's not made out of the same stuff that this is. This is composition. This is something else. It's almost like, I don't know, I want to say ceramic maybe? It's got a feeling of ceramic, but they couldn't have rooted the hair in if it was ceramic, so I have no idea what this is. Maybe it's plaster. I don't know, let me know what you guys think, because they were able to root the hair in the scalp. I don't know if you guys can see that, but look, it's rooted into the scalp. This is so strange, okay? And I did wash her. She got some missing hair, but it's not bad. But this is actual human hair that's rooted into her scalp. This is pretty cool. Now, I will be doing her, I think I'm going to curl her whole head, which would be really cute with a little bow. Like, can you imagine her with a little bow? She'd be so cute. But, yeah, we're going to do this. I think it's going to come out cute when she's finished. And I don't know if this is how she was originally done, because I don't know her life. But, I mean, like, she's pretty cool. I think this is pretty awesome. If I'm not, I mean, this is old Tommy stuff right here. So this is her little thing right there. She's got to be restrung anyway. But I mean, like, so this hooks inside of her head. This keeps her head on. So, and this might be her original thing. This is literal steel. Steel. That's so cool to me. And that's why she's able to articulate. That's so cool. And this keeps the head from going down. So if you you can pose her, which is awesome. That's so cool to me. I like stuff like this. I've seen composition dolls before. This is not my first time, but because I've restrung them. Yeah, I've restrung like composition dolls. I redid. Let's see. I'll show you the real quick. So that's the 3 Tony dolls that I restrung these two right here with rubber bands. If you guys have been subscribed to you for a long time, you remember them. But I restrung those two dolls with rubber bands. Yeah, so yeah, it should be cute. I think she's going to be awesome when she's finished, but she is definitely a work in progress. We will need to be sanding down this situation, you know. I'm just going to get some regular old sandpaper, nothing fancy, because I don't want to really, you know, I want a nice smooth finish, but I don't want to get rid of this stuff because I want her to be industrial strength, because this will be covered by Mary Jane's and some little socks. I mean, it's going to be so cute. You know, she's going to have that red dress, black pleather shoes, little cute socks. I mean, she's going to be so adorable when she's finished, okay? This is some type of plaster. This has to be. I don't know. Because I don't know. It's just one of them situations, you guys. This is like in. I'm shocked she's even like. I don't know, you guys. Like I shampooed this hair, so I mean that's why it's looking all crazy right now. But I did shampoo it, I did condition it, and I did brush it to make sure we're getting all them tangles out of the hair. So she's got nice soft hair, and she looks like a troll, but she's gonna be good. Trust me, she'll be good. She'll be awesome. She's all nice and brushed out. So if you have a Monica doll, I mean, try to shampoo her and try to deep condition her. And while the conditioner's in her hair, and just comb it through with the conditioner. I did lose just a tiny bit of hair, so you will have shedding. Shedding is definitely something that will happen because she is an older doll, but you're gonna have beautiful, hair. It's nice and you see how shiny it is. So then you'll be able to curl it and style it how you want to. So that'll be good. I'm not going to be touching her face. I like this old crackled look that she has right now going for her. So you can see this is what composition does. It cracks. And her eyes are all painted. All hand done, you guys. Good old days of the 40s. That's so cool of me. I like stuff like this. I love antique dolls because you get to, take them apart, especially these old ones. If you need a little restoration, like it's in there. You can see I'm pulling, and her hair is not coming out of her scalp. So I feel like the hair that was broken hair already. You know, like maybe the hair was broken and it was just like stuck inside. It could have been dirt or funk that came out of her hair because she's rooted pretty decently. It's so crazy. But you can see, I would love to know how they did this. Like it's rooted, but very finely rooted. How did they get this hair into this? It is solid. It's got a feeling of pottery. Like if pottery, like a clay pot almost. That's what it feels like. She's very top heavy too. Like this is composition definitely. This is some type of like bisque. That's what it feels like anyway. But how can it be bisque if they rooted the hair? That's one of the questions I have. But this was sold, I think, in the 1940s. It's a rooting mystery. Yeah, it is. It's a really strange thing to have a rock solid head. You know what I'm saying? How did they root this hair in there? It's one of them things. She's really pretty though, isn't she? I'm gonna put little curls in here. She's gonna be great. So back in the 40s, which was I was watching Tammy's video, Tammy Lasky on YouTube. I love watching her videos, and she bought a doll just like this, and hers is in like disheveled shape. Also, Mon wasn't supposed to come out like that. Mon just came like that from the damage. But I was watching Tammy's video. I was like, oh my god, they have an antique doll with real human hair. I was like, that is the coolest thing ever, and it's rooted. Okay, yeah, she's really pretty. She just needs a. I mean, once she's like, could you imagine her just like having a swept back look like this, bam, or like a little bow with some little ringlets or something like that? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make her look gorgeous. Trust me. So I was watching Tammy Lasky on YouTube, and she has a lot of restoration videos, and I watch the videos. So I get kind of some things to do, like I know that she uses like Millie Putt for the thing. I wanted to find something a little bit more affordable and cheaper, so that's why I went with that kind of stuff, this JB Weld stuff, which is pretty good, and it's hard as a rock right now. So tomorrow we're gonna sand it down. I'm definitely gonna let it dry overnight. I'm gonna sand it down. So yeah, she just needs her hair done, and I think she's gonna be gorgeous. I mean, it's human hair. Mo, yes. So this is 100% human hair. I mean, it could be horsehair. Like honestly, you know what I'm saying? It could be horsehair because it's coarse. It's not. Human hair is a little bit more silkier. This could be animal hair, like horsehair almost. You know, because I think horsehair would have been pretty, you know, easy to get, and it's not harming the animal as far as I know. If you cut a horse's tail. But so back in the day, you guys, this was sold for $20 in the 1940s, which is an equivalent of $420 today. So back in the 40s, $20 was $420. That's how expensive she was. She was really expensive. Like she was sold at this high-end store for all the little rich kids that wanted a doll with real human hair. So $20 back in the 40s was equivalent to $400 and $20 today. So she was a very, very high priced doll back in the day. And she was sold at like these bougie, high class wannabe toy stores like Neiman Marcus and FAQ Swartz, and like the really fancy toy stores that sell all the expensive stuff. That's the type of doll she was sold just exclusively there. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, if you can find one in good condition, they are relatively expensive. So if you can find one that with complete and everything and not damaged, I mean, you could pay an upwards of $400 to $500 or even $600 for this doll, and that's in really nice condition. This one I got used with a dress, and I think I paid $50 for her, which is nothing, because this doll is expensive. She did come broken, but that was UPS and her together. But I'm going to give you guys updates and see what happens to her in the future. I will be doing a future video, I think, probably after she sanded down, because I'm sure you don't want to watch me sit there and sand the dolls laid down for like an hour and just keep looking at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get it nice and smooth, and then I'll come back on camera and show you guys the results after I sand it down. So that'll be cool, I think. And I'll show you guys whether this JB Weld stuff, so if you end up restoring composition dolls, we'll see if this JB Weld stuff works in filling in the purpose of filling in the composition doll's giant crack on the side of her body. So hopefully she'll be okay. Yes, definitely keep us posted. So yeah, I'm definitely going to sand it down first and then come back on camera, because I can't, like if it was the weekend, I'd be sanding her down right now, but it's not the weekend. So there's a cute painted, she does have painted nails. Yes, there they are. So yeah, and again, I think she's going to come out good. The super glue seems to be holding really well. Okay. There was a crack right there that was filled. So I super glued it and put the JB Weld on top of it. So that should be nice and smooth. So, and she's got a relatively new, bungee cord in the inside, as far as I know, because this is not even orange or anything like that. Usually they're kind of orange. So I'm gonna have to restring her off camera too, because if you guys have ever restrung a composition doll, it is a nightmare, and you don't want to watch me struggle for like literally an hour just to restring her. So restringing composition dolls is a workout, definitely. But yeah, I think this just kind of fits in there like this, you know what I'm saying? And then like the hook goes right there. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't even know how this goes, you guys. I'm just gonna, there we go. So I think that goes something like that, but I know this has to be like a flat surface, right? Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I know this has to be like more of a flat surface whenever you do it. So whenever we do it, we're gonna make sure that this is like even on both sides, because you can see like it's gonna pop right out. So we gotta make sure it's like this. You know what I'm saying? Bam. So if we make sure it's like that on both sides, we should be good to go. So it's probably going to be difficult, but I think I could do it. They had some old string. Looks like they tied it down back in the day. Look at this old string. It's so crazy. Does she have actual stitches in her head? I don't know. I don't see any. But she's definitely has the feeling of ceramic. She's heavy. Heavy, heavy. Top heavy. Very, very heavy. But whatever they used, it's very good quality. So Tammy, if you're watching this, Tammy, I washed mine and she survived. And she doesn't feel like regular composition, Tammy Lasky. If she's watching it, feels, her body feels like real regular composition. This feels like pottery almost, Tammy. It's made, I don't know, it looks like plaster. That's exactly what it looks like, plaster. But so Tammy, if you're watching this, I washed mine and she's okay. She did lose a little bit of hair, Tammy. I just literally shampoo, Dawn, swish, soak for like a few minutes and just did like that. And all the dirt just came falling out. Did that twice until the water ran clear. I didn't agitate the hair. And then I took the Aussie Moist 3-Minute Miracle, which is a deep conditioner. That's just what I had on hand. And I put that in her hair, left it in there for 3 minutes, and washed it out with lukewarm water. No, actually, yeah, I did the 3-Minute Miracle. I took a brush and I brushed it through the conditioner just to get all the tangles out. And then I rinsed it out with lukewarm water until all the conditioner was out, because we're just using that just to detangle it. But it looks pretty cute, I think. There's a rooting. It looks like horsehair to me. I don't know. It has a more coarse feeling to it than regular mannequins, because I have a lot of human hair cosmetology mannequin heads, but it just feels like a coarser feeling here, definitely. So I think she's cute. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And if you got any questions, any comments, I will be coming back eventually. So I'm definitely going to sand this down and probably restring her and then come back and show you the results before I paint her. That way you could see if the JB Weld actually works. If you're into restoring dolls, this is not something that I do all the time. I do this every now and then. I restring them and I do the hair. That's the most I've ever done. But this is going to be a new experience for me, and I'll let you guys know how all of this works when I come back. So sanding, restringing, and coming back before I paint her. That way you guys can see the results. So I know that's pretty important. But so if you got any questions, you can leave a like down below if you like this video. I will be uploading it. So if you missed any part, you can watch it on your own time. If you're sleeping, catch it the next day. It's perfectly fine. So if you like this video, just remember to like and subscribe and give thanks in the thing down below and donate to this channel. It's an option. I got a $2 donation, which I do appreciate. Thank you so much. It helps me out a lot with my little doll restorations that I might start doing on this channel. We don't know what's going to happen. By the way, she did stop shedding. So after she shedded that one time, that was it. This hair is in there for life. It's not shedding no more. I can run my fingers through it. So if you're scared, look, see? She stopped shedding. So that's one thing to point out. After that one time, that was it. It was just loose hair coming out. But she's perfectly fine now, and she's able to be styled. So let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And just remember to like and subscribe, and you'll see more doll videos. Bye.